guess we can watch this one. Can men and women be friends?
I don't want to make it weird, but you are a pretty girl and I do like you.
But you guys never kiss,
No.
so you don't actually know.
Technically, no.
Kiss right.
Hello, and welcome back to Split Decision. I'm your host, Ka Takahashi. Today, we have to answer the ultimate philosophical question. Can men and women really be just friends? All right, everybody.
I'm interested to hear the I'm interested to hear the arguments from both sides before actually saying my own thoughts.
Don't be afraid to tell your best friend how you truly feel. Are you guys ready?
That should be interesting.
Let's do this. The first prompt is, I've had feelings for my best friend. Make your split decision in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Wow.
Turn around.
Oh my god.
Wow. This is interesting. For the most part, we all agree, except Nina, you're standing on yes.
So this was back when we first met, and I cannot regulate my emotions, and I was like, Ari, we spent so much time together, he's so charismatic, he writes songs, and we hooked up, and then
Whoa.
I was like, oh my
I forgot to mention too,
really?
I feel like watching these videos, it might be a bit more it might be a bit spicier than my usual content, so just as a fair warning.
And I was like, I gotta go to the beach. I'm leaving. And he's like, okay, just wait till I'm done with work. I'm gonna get this stuff done and then I'll go with you. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm waiting around. It's 5 p.m. by this time. And I'm like, the sun's going down. I missed my beach day. It's your fault. And I was like, I'm leaving. And he goes, wait, I'm writing a song and I just wanted to play it for you. And in my head, in my little Delulu head, I was like, it's gonna be about me.
Aww.
And I'm
In
like,
my Delulu head.
And I'm sitting there and he starts singing me this song about...
Also, wait, yeah, the question is, I've had feelings for my best friend. Have you guys had feelings for your best friend? I totally have, actually, now that... Well, actually, I don't... You know what's interesting? I don't know if I've ever had a best friend. I just have really great friends, but I don't know if I've ever had a best friend, one best friend. I've had and have a lot of really great friends, and but I don't think I've ever had a best friend, one single best friend.
Perceives himself, and I was like, that was great. And then I went and I wrote a song about how he will never write a song about me.
Wow. Everybody's just out here writing
Weaponize
songs.
obliviousness and pretend like I know what's going on, just so I don't have to have conversations that I don't feel like doing.
But how many times did you guys sleep together?
Twice.
So twice. And during that time, were you aware that...
Is it this one? No, it's not.
For you?
No, honestly, no.
You had no idea?
I had no idea. And
Oh, wow.
because I mean,
You never said anything I really like you, or there's nothing like that?
I'm missing. I can't find.
Let it all
Okay, here.
unfold
2.
and,
We only need 2.
not say anything. So.
And it goes over
So,
here.
Dula and Kendall, you both say yes.
Yes. Okay, so year 3 of our friendship, we went on a mock date. Obviously, we've been best friends for 3 years now. And I don't want to make it weird, but you are a pretty girl and I do like you.
I think the bottom line is that we value our friendship so much that we would never want a relationship to get in the way.
Aw,
I will
that's
say,
cute.
I have tried to test the waters.
Test the waters?
Yeah. One of the last times I was in LA, I joked, I was like, what if we just kissed and just got it out of the way?
It's gonna be weird, for me, if I overthink this, I'm anything to me, if I overthink about this, I'm I shouldn't do it.
So then I waited till
Holy
the
cow,
last
we need
minute.
20.
Or no,
That's actually a really good question. Would you guys, if you guys had a female friend, would you guys ever, I guess it would depend on the friendship, of course. If you guys had a good female friend, would you ever try, would you consider it too big of a risk to have an actual relationship? Romantically, I guess. Also, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Because yeah, I feel like it is a very valid concern to be like, oh, like that you wouldn't want to jeopardize the friendship. I'm so confused what this picture is showing me right now. What am I looking at? Oh, okay, wait, I think I see it. Like that is a very valid concern, I feel like, and I feel like that's like if anything, I feel like that's a nice testament as to how good of the friendship you have with that person. That you wouldn't want to ruin that. I think that's cute.
You did. You waited till the last minute in the airport. I'm like, so are we gonna kiss or what? Like, I'm going on that plane.
Depends on if she feels the same way, but it'll definitely impact how you see each other. True. True. Yeah. Am I doing this wrong? I'm just kind of guessing what I'm doing. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Okay. We're good.
Like, am I gonna let my best friend go 2,000 miles away and like, when am I gonna see her next? Yeah. We had that one kiss and I'm like, well, you're gone. It's gonna leave me wondering so many things. I was like, move to LA, and like once you have a permanent solution in this city, then we can like test the waters.
No, maybe not.
Maybe
you lost your
more,
chance, man.
Oh, she said you lost your chance.
Wow. Rip in peace.
Well, I'm curious, what do you think would have happened if he did kiss you?
Honestly, I don't know. I go back and forth because I'm like, I can sort of tell that I'm attracted
guys,
to
I actually
someone
might have done
when
this, did this wrong.
And if it works, it
Oh,
works.
no,
So like,
okay,
you can't
never mind,
get
I think
rid
we're
of it.
okay.
You can't not see that or feel it.
You would feel it right away
Yeah.
if it was right.
Exactly, and that's what I was hoping to like get.
You have
No.
never kissed or never kissed?
No.
So you don't actually know?
No.
Technically, no.
Not yet.
Maybe we'll put a pin in that. So you both had feelings for each other as well, Marianne and Jay.
It was kind of more of like a passing thought because the synergy was so great. And I never experienced that, you know, with other people, like with other friendships.
When I first met her, I saw her on Zoom in a work meeting. And I was just texting all my friends. I was like, oh, this Asian girl's hot. Who is this? And then there was this.
Why she gotta be Asian?
Thoughts, like she mentioned, but I think she was really good at setting up that boundary and making me know with her actions that it wasn't going to be anything more. Because I like to test the waters with all of my girlfriends.
How would you test the waters?
On my birthday, we went to Newport and rented out this penthouse, and we were just friends. Nothing happened, but it was close to something happening. She would text her boyfriend, and she would say, oh, we're having a party, and she made it sound like there was more people, but it's not really, it was just the two of us. But she was also really good at bringing in her boyfriend, now fiance.
I also feel like there's a lot of pressure to talk about this kind of stuff, especially with the person, let alone having it publicly on YouTube. Like, that's kind of wild.
So that was one thing that I noticed, was that when we would talk, her fiance would be there too. And it was fast right away, because with my other friends that were girls, they wouldn't bring in their significant others. And I always thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of taboo to like say that, right? But I feel like it's good to be real, where when I met NJ, I already was dating someone. When there's an attraction there, it doesn't always have to go to the next level. There's just an attraction to that person. And then you have that choice to either continue, you know, that curiosity, or put a boundary on it. So it's a healthy relationship.
Does anyone else think that it's really important to set, you know, very clear boundaries in a male-female best friend relationships?
I do.
You didn't say that yesterday.
Oh God. Oh no, people are getting called out here. Yeah, I think definitely. I think it is very important to have those kinds of boundaries. Well, I mean, not especially, but like, you know, for sure in a male-female relationship or friendship, I guess.
like this guy, and he was really toxic. So we were sitting at a brunch
we did it.
table.
We have a
and I'm like,
pipe.
well, what's his name?
Ta-da.
And then she's like spelling it out and have her phone.
Yeah,
And
John.
I'm like, let me just unfollow him on Instagram. And I did it. I was like,
Bag number 3.
we talked about me unfollowing him for her for a very long time. I guess it just caught her off surprise.
Do you think he butts into your love life because maybe he has feelings for you?
To be honest, sometimes I do think that. I think that he hates everyone that I have, like, you know,
I don't
been
hate
with.
everyone. I just think that the people, unfortunately, she tends to go for are really bad for her. And she realizes that, like, in a couple months, she will realize, because I know I'm right.
Do you think she should date someone more like you?
I think she should date someone who respects her and who doesn't.
Hey, we have a long boy.
Her previous.
Like you?
Like you?
Oh.
Well, I
Long
don't
boy
know
piece.
If someone
that,
exactly
though.
like you,
So
would that, would you
maybe,
approve of that
maybe
person?
because I think I'm a
Makes
really
sense.
good
Someone that
person.
looks
So I'm like,
exactly
why not?
like
Yeah.
you.
Why not? Why not date someone like him or him?
Or him.
Or him. All right, so step forward.
We're not doing this.
Well, I am curious though. I feel like most people, they don't think that it's possible, right?
3 of
Best
these.
friend, guys, girls, you can do it. You two are the only ones that have never had feelings at all. Everyone else has. Can you speak on that really fast?
Well, I'm lucky because Nick never tries anything, but I think that's what makes our friendship.
I like how he just doesn't care.
We've never hooked up, never had feelings for each other because I think we have like a mutual respect and we have boundaries that we've set, but also boundaries that are unspoken because we respect each other.
Can I ask, what if he did try something? Because he said he never tried something. What if he did try something?
Oh, he'd absolutely get socked in the face for
Oh.
sure.
I think had,
God dang.
because at the time when we became friends, I was in that messy ass relationship, and so by the time like I came out of that, like me and Lex had already been friends for like 2-3 years. So like maybe, but I think by that time I knew too much about her. And like I love you, like don't get me wrong, I love you to death, but I would not date you.
Yeah.
I'm really anxious. Like it really right now.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, bestie.
Well, very exciting.
The next prompt
Very,
is,
very exciting.
my best friend has a toxic personality trait. Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
Wait, my best friend has a toxic personality
All right,
trait.
go.
Ooh, if your guys' friends had, if your guys' friend had a toxic personality trait, would you tell them? You know, I think it's, that's a tough line to cross, because I feel like, you can sort of spot, because I mean, it's easy as an outsider to be like, oh, this is a toxic personality trait of somebody. But, you know, obviously it's a delicate topic to actually bring it up to them. And so, I'm also someone who like hates confrontation. I'm not gonna lie. Especially like when it's like about someone else, like I never ever, I'm always like, I don't like to make people feel upset about themselves or anything like that. So when I like, even like, basically what I'm trying to say is that if someone, if a friend of mine had a toxic personality trait, I probably would wait to tell them. I don't know. Have you seen the cookie bird on TikTok? I have not. What's the cookie bird on TikTok? Also, hello, Flip2. Welcome in. Hello, hello. We're just building a piranha plant.
Go ahead and turn
and
around.
doing some hashtag reacting.
All right, NJ, let's start with you. What's her toxic personality trait?
So there's 2 that come to mind right
There's
now.
more than one?
2. Well, one is I think you're too nice for your own good.
Aw.
The second is
Well, I mean, is that all? If you're too nice for your own good, is that like I feel like that's not a good thing. I don't know. You built a piranha plant about a year ago. Nice. It was clay, but still. Oh, you made like a clay one. Nice. I'm just doing the Lego one. The bird was so cute singing the cookie song. Oh, nice. That's cute. I have to look up the cookie bird on TikTok later on.
a sense of time.
Oh, bro, that's right.
You do not have a sense of time.
So true.
How can we had 10 minutes?
I know.
And then let me take.
Wait, what?
The second is you don't have a sense of time.
Oh, sense of
Bro,
time.
that's right.
You do not have a sense of time.
So true.
How can we had 10 minutes?
Am I missing pieces?
then-
Oh wait, oh I see, it's on the
and
bottom.
My hair.
Well, what's NJ's toxic personality trait?
Are you gonna talk about the levels? Okay.
Yeah, how's it going?
There's
Everyone?
like, you know, like his
How are y'all doing?
intensity of anger at level 1 is just pretty, it's like my level 3, so it's just really intense.
Where does this go?
And then the second level is like when he starts insulting people's like, when them as a person, and then the third level is like he starts insulting that person and their family members.
Their family.
Wow.
Like their cousins and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, deep like
Yeah, no one is
families that you haven't
when
spoken
NJ's
to in
at
years.
level 3, nobody is safe.
Fair enough. Okay, awesome. Kendall, what's do list?
All right, we're on to bag number
I know
4. It
it
has
was a
5
certain
different
word that
uses
he
if you
knows
remember.
really
Oh,
well.
wow.
You're a
Crazy.
gaslighter.
That's cool.
But the truth is I have embraced it because I think it's hilarious.
Can you give us one example? Like that.
I know exactly what I gaslit her about.
Okay, why don't you share it with us? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you do share it.
So basically, for 2 years we decided that we were gonna be roommates.
That one.
And I do come from a really conservative family, so I was like, are my really conservative Muslim
Doing good.
parents
Good to hear. Good to
going
hear.
accept that I'm living with a girl?
How was your all's?
Planning,
How was
we were like,
everybody's
we're gonna
day?
Get this, we're gonna get this, and then like I was like, oops, I gotta go.
And this didn't bother you, or
Well,
how was your
I-
reaction?
She wasn't
I guess
moving here
I
anyway.
wasn't-
She's from
I was,
Minnesota,
like,
so I was like, when are you gonna move here?
So part of me was like okay with like the fact that like it
Incense
was
holder,
intentional,
pot,
they
bobblehead,
were, like,
obviously
acting
decorative,
serious,
and I
like,
think
when
that's
I'm
it.
like, oh,
Nice, that's cool.
officially do this. Then he backs out, and
A
I'm
lot of
like,
uses for one
really
thing.
hurt.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
I was really
Instead of a lighter, I gave him a fire flower. Nice.
Both
That's cute.
Say the other person has a toxic personality trait. Who wants to go first?
I think that
Bro, not
time to
airing
be
out the
emotionally
grievances on a
unavailable,
public platform.
especially with the women
Oops.
in your life. That and I think sometimes your big party mentality can kind of get the better of you. Like it's, you know, every night. And it's a lot. And I'm 21, so I'm like, I'm for it. I'm with you, but it can be a lot.
Is there an issue with it that he parties every night?
It's not good for you, but yeah. It's like more for yourself than like affecting other people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that you do that is certainly toxic is you usually go.
You have to
through
go,
lives,
but wanted to
usually
drop by.
romantic,
All right, thanks
for
for stopping by. I appreciate it.
And you take
Hope you have a
them,
great night.
run them into the ground, and then you leave them behind, and you don't even think about them. And listen, there are so many men that you do that to that you're like, honestly, those guys, they don't deserve it. Yeah, so what? Like, at the same time, like, there's gonna be people that are very nice people in your life that you're gonna be hitching your little ass to, you know? And then eventually, like, you're gonna be done with them, and
I don't know which way this is supposed to go. I'm gonna put it
I'm
here
not
for now.
saying, not in like, not even emotionally for you, but like socially, you know what I'm saying? Especially as those boys get a little bit closer to the people that we hang out with. You know what I mean? It's gonna leave a little bit of a crater in there, you know, so.
When you say run them into the ground, what do you mean by that exactly?
I mean, like, you know, this guy, super into her, and she'll be right there. She will accept his flights to, you know, to Texas. She'll jump in, like, you know,
like making him think that she's in love with him.
Oh, yeah, in ways like that.
I get the ick.
I get the ick.
This is a question for all the ladies. How does your best friend treat women? You look like you're ready. You're like, oh my God, I can't wait to share.
Nick treats women very well, I would say. I think he's the best guy I know.
Aw,
and
that's cute.
He was the one that cried during the Barbie movie, and I think he's Alan. But he
Alan?
pretends he's not, but he's an Alan for sure.
Is that a compliment to be Alan?
Yeah.
You need to watch Barbie.
I've seen Barbie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Alan.
my pieces are wrong.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm doing this wrong.
The next
Okay, there it
prompt
is.
is, my significant other has felt jealous of my best friend. Make your split decisions in
Oh,
3, 2,
interesting.
1.
Honestly, what? No,
All right,
yes.
go ahead and turn around.
Wow, so most of the guys are on no, and then majority of the girls are on yes. I will say, jealous, significant others being jealous of a friend. Oh God, this is gonna. I'm like, there is a lot to say about that. No, I think, so yeah. When I was in 7th grade, there was this one girl that I don't think I really liked her. I just liked her. I liked the attention that I got from her. Maybe I liked her. I don't know. But at the very least, like I thought, like she was one of like the pretty girls in school, and she had a boyfriend, and you know, so like growing up, like me growing up, I always tried to be like silly and weird because I thought that's what, I mean, that obviously got me attention, and like so I was like, oh, you know, that's what girls like, is like if I'm like weird and stuff. So I would always do like weird things and whatever. And then so yeah, this one girl who I thought at the very least was like pretty, but I don't know if I actually like liked her. One day, like I remember, I don't know how it came up. I was talking to my other friend in school, and I asked him like, oh yeah, I don't know how it came up. I might have asked like, oh, does so and so's boyfriend like me? And he said, oh yeah, he doesn't like you, he doesn't really like you. I was like, oh, I think he said that he finds me annoying or something. He might have said like that I'm annoying or weird or something. And then I was like, oh Jesus, that was kind of monka. The other incident where a girl's significant other didn't like me was in high school. I was pretty close with this girl, and like we would always like share the homework and stuff, and she was super nice, and like I really appreciated her friendship and stuff. And like one day she was like, oh hey, you don't like me, right? Because her boyfriend thinks that I like her, but you don't, right? And I was like, oh. Like, oh yeah. So yeah, that was, which is really funny. Oh yeah, and of course there's the infamous story where I texted this girl. Actually, you know what's funny? It was actually the same girl from middle school who the boyfriend thought I was weird or whatever, but I texted her one day after class because she was in one of my classes, and I was like, hey, like it was nice. I just wanted to say like thanks for, you know, looking out for me, because in my sophomore year of high school, I was really going through it, and she actually texted me asking like if I was okay and stuff. So I was like, hey, thanks for like checking up on me. Like that really meant a lot to me and stuff. And then I got an angry text from her boyfriend saying, leave my effing girlfriend alone, don't talk to her, etc., etc. So, and yeah, I think it's funny because it's crazy for me to imagine anybody thinking that I would be a threat to anybody's significant other. Like, have you seen me? Like, look at me. Do I look like a threat? But yeah, so it is crazy for me to imagine anybody would suspect me of like being a woman stealer or something like that, a girlfriend stealer.
Yeah.
Because look at me.
Interesting. Okay, you know what, Nina, let's start with you.
So, I'm not in a relationship currently, but the one I was in before, we were long distance. So seeing me spend time with Ari like every day was obviously just like not great for him to see. And he would make little comments here and there, but you know, you can always sense the jealousy.
Four little things.
What was that? Should have been here then.
Do you not like her significant other?
He was a bore. Just because
Wow.
you play guitar really well, that doesn't make you an interesting person.
Oh my god. Would you guys tell your friend that you don't like their significant other? Bro, I would like not have the guts to say that to anybody. Unless it was like super duper like crazy, like, you know, crazy like abusive or something. But like, yeah. I don't think I would be able to say that to anybody.
For a while, I had to tell my ex. I'd be like, I think Ari's gay, so like I wouldn't worry.
Oh no.
I genuinely did think for a while when I first met Ori that he was not straight. He was wearing this like see-through shirt, and I was like,
gay, right?
fruity.
Did you know that she was telling her boyfriend at the time that you were gay?
She told me because he was visiting, and she was like, "Oh my God, he's coming, and he thinks you're gay."
That's crazy.
Gay, or what did you do?
She was like,
That's
Be
crazy.
yourself, but more of yourself.
All right, well, Kendall. So your significant other got jealous, huh?
So during the pandemic, I was talking to a guy like.
Can I just say, by the way, the guy hosting this, he does a good job.
Significant other.
This is
got
like my
jealous,
first time watching this series,
During
this
the pandemic,
particular
I was
series.
talking to a guy like around January and February. Oh, and also another guy. I would talk about, you know, Abdullah and how he's my best friend, and one of them was like, "Oh, like I don't know how I feel about that. Like a male best friend. Like I don't know what to do with that. Like I don't know. It seemed like it was a problem for him. I couldn't really talk about you after that."
All right, and you both say yes.
So like, for example, the last like long-term relationship that I had, she was jealous of.
Oh, we have to do this
Lexi.
twice.
The girl I was seeing at
Oh, we have to do
she
it
had come over and
twice.
she brought one of her pillows over, and she had left it.
How do you do it
And then
twice?
a couple days later, Lexi had come over and just because
Okay.
me like.
Jeez Louise,
I,
okay.
I can see why people would think that like, oh, like something might be going on because like I'm just hanging out with Lexi and our other female friend alone in my room. Like, who knows what's going on? Nothing. But then I put like a picture on my Instagram story, and they were just like in my.
By the way, is the
like,
video loud enough for you guys? Can you guys hear it?
She saw it and she was like, tell that to put my pillow down. I thought she was joking because I was like, there's no way anyone would be that mad about a pillow. I was wrong. And we all worked together.
Yeah.
So she went to work after that, and there was like weird tension, and I went to
No,
the
she
work.
did not talk to me.
Yeah, she
and I
didn't
was like,
talk to her.
"What the
And I was like, oh, that's weird, you know, maybe, you know, whatever. And then I went into work, and then I figured out, oh no, she's like real life mad.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a thing.
Okay, the next prompt is, I keep giving my best friend the same advice, but they never listen.
Oh.
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and turn around.
Wow. That's an interesting.
Really?
Okay, Nick, why don't you go ahead and...
You said we can curse, right?
We can curse.
Oh,
You need to stop letting these ain't motherfuckers back in your life.
oh wow.
Oh.
She forgives them all the goddamn time, and it's annoying. And like, I love you, don't get me wrong, like you can come to me, don't feel safe, but like, I'm gonna keep telling you, drop them.
Man,
Wow.
they bring us entertainment.
No, they don't.
I
Neither of us are entertained.
I
You're
think
crying and I'm
I-
upset.
Nobody wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abdullah.
I genuinely love Kendall so much, and I just want the best for you. Like, I want the best person for you. And as he said, like, you're upset. I mean, you're crying and I'm upset. And like, she's telling me all this, and I'm like, well, why do you do this? Like, stop putting yourself through the same situation over and over.
I like how both guys so far are just like, the advice is basically you're doing your relationships wrong. Which I mean, obviously, like, I mean, not that the advice is invalid or anything, but like, I think that's funny.
Like, when will you learn? So it's just like my hope is that she decides to be with someone that treats her in the best way possible.
I think the person that you are currently sleeping with, you need to tell her how you feel and like ask her what she wants and make clear what you want. Because
Ooh.
both of you are not talking about it. And
That's a
it's
tough
gonna
conversation.
Make things messy.
Yeah. You've said it before. So.
The next prompt is, I've considered ending our friendship. Make your split decisions in
Oh,
3,
spicy.
2, 1. Okay. go
Oh
ahead and
no,
turn around.
one person.
NJ is the
Levels,
only one.
He
God
did,
dang.
actually.
I did end
He
it.
did end
I
it.
did end our
For
friendship
like a good month.
for 5 weeks.
Okay.
I timed it. So there was this one time where I felt like Marianne was taking someone else's side.
Am I
And I
missing?
typically wouldn't
Oh, there it
get
is.
too mad about it, but I didn't
One
like
of
that
these.
person at all.
One of these.
And I complained to Marianne, but this person also complains to her. But when he complained to her,
Ooh.
she was totally fine. But when I complained to her about this person, she said, I'm trying to protect my energy right now. And I understand it now, but back then, I was, no, dude. I was really mad. And so
Would you guys ever end a friendship? Let me think. I will say, this is really cringy to talk about today, in today times, because yes, I mean, yeah, I think, I mean, definitely it's probably like, you know, there are good circumstances to end friendships. It's funny to think about this today. I also did, end a friendship shortly. It was short-lived. It was short-lived. I mean, if it becomes a problem, yeah, true. I ended up ending a friendship, which was like basically my only friends in high school for actually, oh god. I hope this isn't a cringy story to tell, but yeah, basically one time my friends got into an argument, and it was around Christmas time, and they got into an argument, and then basically because they got into an argument, they didn't want to come over to my house. And then since it was around Christmas, I got them Christmas presents, so they got into this argument, and then I couldn't give them their Christmas presents, and then that's what made me end our friendship briefly. And it was the most awkward thing because it was in high school, so obviously, you know, obviously we still see each other in high school and whatnot and whatever. And I remember, so during this very awkward time, and I was just like, you know, I was just kind of like pissed off about it, like just being petty about it and whatnot. So during this weird like few months or week, or no, it was a few weeks, probably not months. I don't think I would have lasted months. But basically for a few weeks, I just did not talk to them. I did not stand around by them or anything. I was all of a sudden started hanging out with this one sort of mutual friend who I didn't really know too well, but like that was all I had. So and so it was just like this very awkward few weeks where I'm just like hanging out with someone who I don't know too well, and I'm just like, oh, I have to make the best out of this. So that was probably the only time I've ever actually like ended a friendship. I think I've had, well, yeah, because I think in general sometimes I struggle with relationships in general, and there was a point in time where some of my good friends, I think I would say for me it was just for my own personal, I had to grow a lot as a person, and so there was a point in time like a year or so where I just did not talk to some really good friends of mine, and I'm really grateful that, you know, after all those years and stuff, like we still are friends, and that really means a lot to me. But there was a point in time where I was like, because we had yeah, I just had to grow a lot as a person, and I was being immature about it, and like I had to have a very like real sort of a very real like intense conversation with these friends about stuff going on in my life and whatnot. And so for a while there I did not have those friends, but then we came back, and I'm really grateful that we are still friends, and I think I would say our friendship is probably as good as ever, and that's something I'm very grateful for.
So I didn't even say anything. I just unfollowed her on social media, and then I left all of her.
Okay, this goes here.
Wow. That
And
was level 3.
I was just totally done.
Guys, look at that.
I would complain
That's
to someone
pretty
else
neat.
about Marianne, and then this person told Marianne all the expletives that I would say, and I guess I found out after when we made up that she was told about the things that I said, and I felt really bad. And so when we finally started talking, and we had our, I guess our like makeup conversation.
Yeah, like
Right.
apology session.
Yeah, our apology sessions, and she started crying. It was one of the toughest things that I've
Aw.
to see.
What was the toughest thing?
To see my best friend crying and knowing that I was the person that caused that.
Aw.
Next prompt.
That's really,
I would have casual sex.
that's like
with my best
sad.
friend if
That's
they were
tragically
down.
cute.
Okay, go ahead and make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1. Be honest.
Alright, we can skip over this because this is a bit manga. That's a bit too manga for my channel. There's something I haven't said to my best friend and lately and that I want to say now.
Now.
Oh.
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
I would say yes in my personal life.
All right, go ahead and turn around. All right, you want to start?
Wow, someone said no.
Again, I mentioned that.
I like, what if it's like something as small as like, oh, you have something in your teeth?
Quality time is like my number one thing for like becoming close to people, but sometimes I can use that constant
I need one of
contact
these.
as like, I'm not sure if it's like an excuse, but I don't like, verbally express like appreciation very often. I sort of use my presence as like an appreciation, you know? And you're great, and I love you.
Aww.
Spending
So that
moments that we do
is like a
together
nice
is
thing.
great,
Oh,
and
that's
I'm
cute.
excited for tonight and to play on the same stage as you, and every time going forward.
I know I tell you more when you're pissing me off than when you're not. But I really do love you so much. And
I thought they were gonna go for like
in my
like drama
music
drops,
and
not wholesome things.
my social life without you. So thank you, and I love you.
I don't think I tell you enough how proud I am of all the things you're doing, and
Aw,
you
this is
know,
really wholesome.
just seeing you
I can't.
go for all the things that you are trying to go for, and also value yourself, like number one, like that's just so nice to see. And I guess I want to take notes, you know, just like because of how great that, you know, all the things you're doing, and also I just don't have enough time with you ever, and I just need more time. So if you could give me more time.
Oh, I got you. Over the last 7 years,
Wholesome.
going to 8 years that I've known her, like hanging out with her is like an adventure every single day. So I just like, I can't imagine what my life would be like without Kendall at all. Like there's just no, like I picture it and I'm like, I can't. It doesn't make sense. So thank you for just bringing out this person that I was and I never dared to be. And she really helped me get out of that. And I appreciate that a lot.
So, one, I love you, obviously. Don't say it enough. Two, I'm so proud of you for who you are. Like, it's the amount of things that you can get knocked down on and get back up and just like live life is amazing. Like, it's literally something that.
This is a bit
the
too
one thing
wholesome.
That I see and I'm just like, I need to make
I literally thought they were gonna go for like the drama drops.
and
Thought there was
also,
gonna be some drama.
because like I know I say thank you a lot, but like I need you to understand how like important you are to me, because I literally would not be here without you. I would be dead.
Aw. So guys, this is just a reminder to go tell your loved ones how much you appreciate them. Honestly. I think I mentioned this before, but yeah, like I'm the type of person where if I do feel very like randomly nostalgic or grateful for people, I will just like randomly just text them out of the blue and say like, hey, like I appreciate you. So yeah, make sure you guys do that.
The feeling is mutual. I also wouldn't be alive and here today if your friendship hasn't been with me for the last few years.
This one.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit for how great of a person and great of a guy that you are. And I'm sorry that someone hurt you and made you feel like you can't express your feelings as well as you used to. But I am just grateful for your patience and your loyalty. And our friendship is always going to be so important to me. If there ever comes a time in the future where we have to stop being friends, like, I just know that I'm just glad that it existed and that it was there and I was there with you.
That's
And
nice.
Also, whoever ends up with him, they're gonna be the luckiest and most loved girl. And yeah, I just love you and I'm just really happy to be your friend.
I'm really sorry. I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't meet
That
you.
is too sad.
I know my life was kind of hectic before our friendship, so you brought a lot of stability to that. I know I don't say enough how grateful I am for you. but I really am. Because there's people that you meet in your life that kind of just put you in a whole different trajectory in life. And you're definitely one of those people that I don't know where I would be right now if you haven't given me the guidance and the friendship and the love and the care that you've had. So I love you. I'm just really sorry for what happened.
Aw, this is so sad.
NJ, I'm really glad you gave us another chance. You know, after that time apart, I think I really realized how much of a rock you were to me in my personal life in terms of just my confidence and just feeling like loved and supported. I definitely felt like those were some of the values you bring into my life that was kind of...
It's so sad. I don't even know what to say. This is so sad.
And I just feel so grateful that I have almost like a...
It doesn't like say where to
feels
put
like
it.
a place like home.
Can you guys just like hug each other? Just everyone come on, just like get in there. Get
Oh
I didn't.
You almost made me cry.
I almost cried.
Are you crying?
I was crying a
Are you
little bit.
crying?
I teared a little bit.
Sadly, we've reached
Okay. Okay. I feel like they didn't really answer the question of the video. Can men and women be just friends? What do you guys think? Can men and women be just friends? I think... So I have an interesting sort of stance on that. I think there's like two... I think I could see both sides to that argument. Because... like, even just personally, I'm not going to lie. I would say more times than not, sometimes, I mean, I think in general, like, very generally, I think the answer is yes for me. Like, I think men and women can be friends. Like, very generally speaking. With that being said, I can also see the argument as to why people might say no, they cannot. Because I think it is very... I don't know if it's very common, but it's like at least like not completely unfathomable that men being friends with women can oftentimes lead to more feelings. So I can see both sides of the I can see both sides of it. For me, I can be friends with women because I get along with them better. Honestly, same. That's actually really true. Honestly, same. Yeah, I feel like, for sure, I feel like I often have an easier time, I think, talking to women in general, just because I feel like I'm very much a more like sensitive person. I'm an INFP, and if anybody's curious, that's my Myers-Briggs thing. I'm an INFP. So I feel like I'm a very like sensitive person, and sometimes, not that you can't have sensitive conversations with like with men to men, but like, I don't know, I often feel like it's sometimes not super easy to have those kinds of sensitive conversations with your guy friends compared to like your girlfriends. So yeah, a lot of times, yeah, I have an easier time being friends with girls than guys, but I do appreciate all of my friends. But yeah, like I can see both sides of the both perspectives. What else can I say about that? Yeah, I think it is quite like common for men to end up having feelings for women in a friendship, which adds a whole another layer of It adds a whole other layer to the difficulty and whatnot. In my experience, a lot of men don't really have deep combos. Yeah. I think that's very like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like, it's stigmatized that like men don't have deep conversations. Ghostly, hello, welcome in. I talked to my pet hamster about my feelings. Nice. That's the way to do it. Save money on a therapist, honestly. But hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Men don't have feelings. Yeah. It is tough to have deep convos with anyone nowadays, no matter male or female. Yeah, I think a lot of times it is like you have to find the right people who are willing to hear you out on that kind of stuff. And something actually very important I learned regarding that, like I was very lucky a lot. Like nowadays I feel like not that I don't ever need to have a deep conversation with anybody, but I feel like nowadays I'm a lot better at sort of regulating it myself, which I think can be helpful. But you know, when I did have very like sort of personal issues that I wanted to talk about, something that I did learn was very important was that you do have to make sure it's like a two-way street, in that like you can sort of vent to other people, and it's a beautiful thing when you find friends who will hear you out on your deep conversations and like your personal issues and whatnot. But at the same time, you have to be careful about like making it always about you all the time, and like, you know, also, yeah, like making it a two-way street where you're also there for them, I've learned. Because yeah, that was a big problem that I had, where I would oftentimes vent to one friend, and at a certain point she had to just like basically like sit me down and be like, hey, like this is too much. And like, I'm not gonna lie, probably at the time I took it very hard, but looking back I can totally understand it, and I feel very bad for that. But yeah, I think it's great to find friends who will hear you out on very deep conversations, but also, you know, I think it's important to be open to making it like a two-way street. Reciprocating it, exactly. They're not allowed to show their feelings. Love society. Everyone got TikTok brain. True, be there for each other. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was something I was really grateful for in my life. I'm very grateful, and it's tough because it's like, yeah, I think it's really cool when you have friendships that are very positive and like where you gel very like perfectly. But I think it is also important in friendships to be able to call you out on your bull crap, you know? And it hurts. Like, it hurts a lot, but you know, I appreciate that someone was able to do that for me and was still willing to be there for me after calling me out on my crap. So yeah, moral of the story is that we're all just gonna die alone. Just joking.